Why we are always tired. What Japan understood about rest. Why are we always tired? Not physically. Many of us spend most of the day sitting, yet we wake up exhausted. We finish work exhausted. We reach the weekend exhausted. And somehow, even after resting, we still feel tired. For many people, fatigue has become a normal part of life. We joke about it, accept it, even expect it. Being tired has become part of modern identity. But have you ever stopped to ask why? Why are so many people exhausted despite living in the most comfortable period in human history? We have machines that save time, technology that simplifies work, entertainment available instantly, food delivered to our doors, information available within seconds, and yet many people feel more drained than ever. Most assume they simply need more sleep. Others believe they need a vacation. But what if the problem is deeper? What if the reason we are tired is not because we are doing too much? What if it is because we never truly rest? Today we explore an important question. Why are we always tired? And what did Japanese culture understand about rest that many of us have forgotten? Chapter 1. The strange exhaustion of modern life. For most of human history, physical exhaustion was common. People worked fields, built homes, walked long distances, hunted, gathered, their bodies were tired. Today something has changed. Many people experience a different type of exhaustion. Mental exhaustion, emotional exhaustion, attention exhaustion. The body may be resting, but the mind never stops moving. Emails, notifications, deadlines, news, messages, social media. The modern world follows us everywhere, even into our bedrooms, even into our moments of rest. And slowly, we begin to confuse distraction with recovery. Chapter 2. Why sleep is not solving the problem. Many people believe the answer is simple. Sleep more. Yet countless people sleep 8 hours and still wake up exhausted. Why? Because sleep and rest are not the same thing. A person can sleep while carrying stress, sleep while worrying, sleep while mentally overwhelmed, sleep while emotionally drained. The body may recover, but the mind often continues working. Some people spend their entire day consuming information, then spend the evening consuming entertainment, then wonder why they feel depleted. The mind never receives silence, only more input, and eventually, exhaustion becomes a permanent background feeling. Chapter 3. We never stop consuming. Consider how much information enters your mind each day. Messages, videos, advertisements, news, podcasts, music, recommendations, comments, updates, Most people consume more information in a single day than previous generations encountered in weeks. And yet we rarely allow ourselves time to process any of it. We simply move to the next thing, and then the next, and then the next. Eventually the mind becomes crowded, calm and not with wisdom, but with noise, and noise is exhausting. Chapter 4. The illusion of convenience. Modern life is full of convenience. Food arrives with a tap. Movies begin instantly. Information appears within seconds. Navigation systems tell us where to go. Technology saves us time in countless ways, and yet something strange has happened. Despite gaining more convenience, many people feel they have less time than ever before. Why? Because convenience removes effort, but it does not remove expectations. In many cases, it increases them. When communication became instant, people expected faster responses. When work became digital, work followed us home. When information became available everywhere, we felt pressure to stay informed about everything. Convenience solved old problems, but it also created new ones, and many of those new problems live inside our minds. Chapter 5. The productivity trap. Modern culture celebrates productivity. Being busy is often treated as a sign of importance. Many people feel guilty when they are not working. If they rest, they feel lazy. If they slow down, they feel behind. If they do nothing, they feel unproductive. But there is a problem with this mindset. Human beings are not machines. Machines can operate continuously. Humans cannot. Everything in nature follows cycles. Day and night, summer and winter, growth and recovery, activity and stillness. Yet many people expect themselves to function at maximum capacity all the time. Eventually something breaks. Chapter 6. Why weekends no longer feel like rest. Have you ever noticed how quickly weekends disappear? Friday arrives, you feel relieved, and before you know it, Sunday night has arrived. Many people spend their weekends trying to recover from the week, but recovery requires more than the absence of work. A weekend filled with endless scrolling, shopping, errands, and stimulation may not feel very different from a workday. The body may be free, but the mind remains busy.com. True rest often requires a change in attention, a change in pace, a change in environment. Without that change, days blur together, and when days blur together, life begins to feel shorter. Chapter 7. The cost of constant availability. For most of history, people were unavailable. If someone wanted to speak with you, they waited. If a letter was sent, it took days or weeks. Today, many people are reachable every moment of the day. A message arrives, a notification appears, an email demands attention. The boundaries between work and life slowly disappear. Many people are never fully at work, but they are also never fully at rest. They exist in a permanent state of partial attention, and partial attention is exhausting because the mind never receives permission to completely let go. Chapter 8. What Japan understood about rest. Japanese culture has long recognized something modern society often ignores. Rest is not the absence of productivity. Rest is part of productivity. Traditional Japanese gardens were designed to encourage reflection. Tea ceremonies slowed people down. Seasonal festivals interrupted ordinary life. People were encouraged to notice the changing world around them. The goal was not constant achievement. The goal was balance, because a life without pauses eventually loses its rhythm. Chapter 9. The wisdom of the seasons. One reason modern life feels exhausting is that every day looks the same. The same screens, the same routines, the same notifications, the same environments. Japanese culture traditionally paid close attention to the seasons. TIREDWhat, summer festivals, autumn leaves, winter snow. These changes created natural moments of reflection, natural reminders that life moves in cycles, not straight lines. And when people recognize these cycles, they become more willing to rest, because they understand that rest is not failure, it is preparation. Chapter 10. Why nature makes us feel better. Have you ever noticed how different you feel after spending time in nature? The air feels different.com. Your breathing slows, your thoughts become quieter. The Japanese practice of Shinrin-yoku, often translated as forest bathing, is based on a simple idea. Nature helps restore attention, not because it demands nothing, but because it asks for nothing. A forest does not want your productivity. A mountain does not need your attention. Nature simply exists, and in that existence, many people rediscover something they have been missing: peace. Chapter 11. The Japanese idea of yohaku. There is a Japanese concept called yohaku. It refers to empty space, but not empty space in a negative sense. Yohaku is the space that allows something else to breathe. In art, it is the empty area around the subject. In music, it is the pause between sounds. In life, it can be moments without obligation, moments without productivity, moments without stimulation. Modern life often treats empty space as a problem to be filled. Japanese aesthetics often see it as something valuable, because without space, everything becomes crowded.com, and a crowded mind struggles to find peace. Chapter 12. The lost art of doing nothing. Many people no longer know how to do nothing. The moment free time appears, they fill it. A screen, a video, a task, a distraction. Yet some of the most important moments in life occur when nothing is happening. Reflection, creativity, insight, gratitude, understanding. These things often emerge in stillness, not busyness, not stimulation, stillness. Chapter 13. Rest is more than sleep. True rest comes in many forms. Physical rest, mental rest, emotional rest, social rest, spiritual rest. A person may sleep 8 hours and still lack all of these. Rest is not simply lying down. Rest is the experience of feeling restored, and restoration requires space. Space to think, space to breathe, space to simply be. Final chapter. The world is not tired. We are overloaded. Perhaps the problem is not that life has become harder. Perhaps the problem is that life has become louder. Every day, thousands of things compete for our attention, and attention is energy. The more attention we give away, the more exhausted we become. Perhaps the greatest misunderstanding of modern life is the belief that rest must be earned, that we can only rest after everything is finished, after every task is completed, after every goal is achieved, after every responsibility disappears. But that day never comes. There is always another email, another deadline, another obligation, another problem waiting to be solved. If rest depends on the absence of responsibility, many people will never truly rest. Japanese wisdom offers a different perspective. The seasons do not apologize for changing. Trees do not apologize for losing their leaves. Winter does not apologize for being quiet. Nature understands something we often forget. Rest is not weakness. Rest is part of life. And perhaps the reason we are always tired is not because we are doing too little, or because we are doing too much. Perhaps it is because we have forgotten how to pause, how to notice, how to breathe, how to simply exist without feeling guilty. The modern world teaches us to keep moving. Japanese wisdom gently reminds us that sometimes the most important step forward begins by standing still. The next time you feel tired, ask yourself a different question. Not, how much sleep did I get? But, when was the last time I truly rested? Because the answer may reveal something important. The peace you are searching for may not require more time. It may simply require more space. Thank you for listening.